Well, we welcome you to our most important Blues Game Day Live alongside Kelly, Chase, Darren Pang. And Chaser, why is it important? And boy, what we would give to play one more game when it's on the line and it's like a seventh game or a Olympic gold medal or a seventh game of a final. This is so exciting for the boys to be in and to be in this position and playing Game 82 to get into the playoffs.
Imagine as a little boy, you're growing up, you're playing road hockey, you're playing on a sheet of ice that's just a pickup game, and you always dreamt of that big goal, that big game. And here, what an opportunity. And you know, a lot of guys' careers can be defined on games like these.
That's right.
We've seen it in the past. Is it just to get into playoffs? Yes. But the fans of St. Louis will forever remember if you score that big goal that got you in the playoffs and got you on a run and got the city. Just imagine the momentum in the city if you can win this hockey game. Do you want to be the hero? Do you want to be the guy that you go to? Now, you got a Colorado team here that's rested up, that are sitting here waiting for the Blues. But you got a Blues team that turned things around last night, found a way to get their mojo back. Should have some confidence coming into this hockey game. So I don't know how you feel about it, but I think that it's a situation where I think the energy levels are going to be high. I think that Colorado's going to come out with a big start, but I think the Blues can have that pushback, and if they get out to a lead, that's where they want to play.
Yeah, I agree with you, Chaser. Do you remember playing the old playing days? I remember this morning waking up. And it's an everyday day. You wake up, you go through your thing. I get a coffee in the room always. Start my day. I have to have a coffee in the room. And then you go, I got a big game tonight. And then it's I got a big game tonight. And then the stomach starts feeling a little. You know what? We're just broadcasting. I woke up this morning and I had that feeling. And I said, how exciting is that to be a player, to wake up at this fine hotel and say, This is as good as it gets right here. So I'm with you all the way on that. Just the win in Chicago last night, I think it was important for a lot of different reasons. To go into that locker room afterwards and just to have a little jump in your step, and for Patrick Berglund to score 3 goals. Players that have really come on here for this hockey club that I think are leaders in this kind of game are. Obviously, we know that Alexander Steen's the kind of guy that he can step up in that room, say something, calm things down, or on the bench. Broadjack's become that kind of guy. And then I'm really impressed with Chris Thorburn. And I'm thinking of the way he has elevated his game, his personality. And in this room, I bet before this game that it's a statement that he makes, or it's something that he does on the ice, big hit or something. So not just the obvious guys, but maybe the guys on that second tier that will be real big factors for a game like this.
I couldn't agree with you more. And you know what's funny is as a player in a hockey game like this, you have those emotions all day that you talked about, those butterflies as they call them, or anxiety about the game.
No, that's about when I wanted to be sick at one point.
The Glenn Hall throw up. But the truth is that you only feel comfortable when you're on the bench or on the ice. Once you get in the confines of the arena in the 200 by 85, that's when you start to figure out that, holy smokes, this is when I feel most comfortable. You don't have that anxiety. As soon as the puck's dropped, you're in the game. This is the only place really for hockey players to feel comfortable in their entire life is on the ice.
I'm looking forward to this.
And that emotion that we want to see tonight and we expect.
So we'll run through it. Obviously, Jake Allen getting the nod in goal, got the rest, did not dress in the game. Everybody knows about that. And Carter played a great game. And then so that goaltending matchup. So it's Jake Allen against Jonathan Bernier. They don't have Semyon Varlamov either. They don't have Eric Johnson on their club as well. Right. So they're not dealing with as many injuries as the Blues have certainly dealt with in the quality of players. But those are significant players for them. You go to the matchups of the top line. You go the Schenn fight with Landeskog, trying to defend McKinnon. Tarasenko's had, I think, 39 attempts against Colorado this year. He hasn't scored, but you got to like his odds if he keeps going that way. And then there's Jaden Schwartz. If you're talking top line against top line, what a beautiful matchup this is.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to be the winner? Who wants to be the team? Who wants to be the group? Vladdy's been tremendous at bullying his way to the net with that puck.
He has been, hasn't he? I like that.
That's been terrific. Jaden had a couple chances, buried one. That's good for his confidence. That'd be a good time for him to get hot. And, of course, Schenner throwing that puck to him, too. There's still that chemistry with those guys. So you're right about that matchup. The goaltender matchup, Blues have got to get, weight and pucks on Bernier. Lean on him in the crease, extra pucks. I think that's important to note. So you've got so many little components to the game that play out. They have young talent that wants to prove they belong in the league. The Blues certainly have that in their team as well. So for the St. Louis Blues, I think you just go out and play. I'm going to say it, but ugly but effective hockey.
I agree with you.
And putting it down the walls where you're making the defense uncomfortable to go get it, finishing your checks. Don't let the goaltender handle it, and get it high on the glass if you're going to put it around. They turned over a lot of pucks against Chicago last night, and a lot of it had to do with the puck placement and where they managed it. So tonight, I think that's going to be important for the St. Louis Blues. I love this Colorado team's speed, so you're going to have to bump them into neutrals. Don't clog it up. Don't let them freewheel. And again, Nathan McKinnon's going to be a factor in the hockey game one way or the other, so you're going to have to limit his chances.
And just one more comment about this game too is I like the way the coaching staff of the Blues last night. Every defenseman was right around the same. After 40 minutes, they're all at 13 minutes. No one ended the game with over 20 minutes, including Pietrangelo
Chris Butler was
and
fantastic
Edmondson.
in
Butler
that game.
was terrific.
Yeah.
So that was a big moment for him too, Bortuzzo. But the whole gang, I think they'll have fresh legs for this particular game. I want to move on to something real sad and close to all of our hearts, but your heart in particular too, knowing that you're from near the Humboldt area where the accident took place. I just, there's not much more to say from my point of view, but maybe you can describe, how close the community is, the players, the entire hockey world reaching out for this young junior hockey club.
It's devastating. It's awful. Last year 2 of the young men played on our team in a fantasy camp. It's just a devastating thing to where I'm from. It happened close to where I grew up, by our farm, 45 miles north of there. And I played on that junior team. I played for the Humboldt Broncos. I'm an alumni. Can't imagine losing a child. It's devastating, and our prayers go out to the folks back there. That's all you can do. That's it for Game Day Live. And hopefully the next one we do, playoff time. Check it out, folks.
Yep, sounds good.